Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of news. I said a couple of news. A little bit of news. So we have some news on the next big updates in Bannerlord, what's going to be in it, just a little bit, little hints from the devs here and there. We have some movement on the SteamDB page that we're going to go over, and some previous dev comments that they made in the past that kind of coincide with what's going on now, okay? So we have a lot to go over. And yeah, let's do it. But right before I do it, I'm just gonna have to do a little, I guess, shameless plug, but not really shameless plug. I'm going through a lot of financial problems right now. I'm not asking for any donation, anything like that. You know what I mean? I'll work and get it done. But just a quick shout out. I do have an eBay page, so if you guys, want to look and maybe find something cool or anything like that, it's independently run just by me, and it helps out a lot if you just want to go check it out. If you find something you like, I always take offers on all my items. So if you find something you like, for the kids or for pretty much anybody, for yourself, I have a bunch of items, about 400 items, and I'm always adding a lot more. But I do appreciate any help and support that comes my way. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. It is what it is. If you're just here for news, let's get right into it, okay? So let's do it. By the way, first link down below in the description if you do want to help. I do appreciate it, for real. All right, so first we have is this right over here. Sorry, got a text right away off the bat. All right. So we have 1.4. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. So we have patch 1.1.4, workshops better problematic. So this is a post that got a lot of dev replies right over here, pretty much talking about the main issue, if I'm not mistaken, is the workshops, they're not doing the best, but the main problem, as you can see right here, is, so I ask once again, why can't we get the buying price reduced back to make make them worth buying? So pretty much, Flessin, also a YouTuber, he's asking, the main problem that he sees is that buying prices are a little bit too high right now. They were lower before the last major patch, so he's asking if we can bring it back. He has heard nothing from the devs. Let's see what the devs have to say about it, okay? So the dev, or the community manager, dev, community manager, they all work together. He says, I believe, which is the other, the name of the other dev right over here. He says, already mentioned this is another thread, but it would make sense for us to revisit the topic of workshop profitability when the next major patch is out, due to the workshop changes coming with it. So there you go. So pretty much there will be some significant workshop changes, maybe not significant, but if they're going to change the price and if they're going to open communication about workshop profitability after the next major patch, that kind of implies that there's going to be a good amount of workshop changes and economy changes overall, because obviously anything that has to do with the economy, workshops, caravans, all that, they do, if you change one of those things, the whole economy kind of shifts, that's why it's kind of like a, I could see it from the dev's perspective. It's a hard problem to tackle because one little change here can change everything around, because everything's really kind of interconnected in a way and kind of bounces off of each other. So again, next major patch, workshop changes. Good. Then we have another person asking, when is the next major patch coming out? It's been radio sounds on this for literally months. And then the dev says, once it passes QA, quality testing. Or not quality, I said quality testing. What is QA? It's like, I don't know why I said quality testing. But pretty much what QA means is pretty much they're going to look at everything. They're going to see if everything runs perfectly. If it doesn't run perfectly, they have to change all the problems or fix all the problems and then run it again. It's like a test that they have to keep on doing. So until it passes. Now, it could pass the first time that they run it, right? But that brings me to my SteamDB right over here. So this is them pretty much running the tests to see if the new big patch is working properly, how it's going to work. As you can see, they've tested a bunch of stuff here. So it looks kind of like they're ready to drop the patch, but at the same time, if all of these tests come back with like some negatives in them, they have to go back and fix those problems. But also what this means, since they're saying once it passes the test, that means that all the major changes are actually already added into the patch. That means all we're waiting on is for the patch to be good enough to run and good enough to not crash or to not, provide very bad gameplay for players, especially if like some core mechanics in the game failed because of new major changes, right? So that's good. This low-key means that it's coming closer. Now, can this mean the patch comes out tomorrow? Yes, it could. But this can also mean the patch comes out in 2 weeks. You know, this isn't a complete due date. This is pretty much not a due date, but like this isn't a date that is confirmed. But it's good news to see that they're finally done working on the big patch. The only thing they have to do is change the minor little problems they have whenever they test the new patch, whenever they play the new patch. And once that is done, boom, it will be in our hands. And then we have the same player saying, and when is that? We the players have no idea on what is going on and what is even the current roadmap for Bannerlord. I don't understand why we don't have sort of preliminary roadmap or action plan for the current process of what's in the future. They do. They have like a thing that came out. It came out a while ago, so I guess people see it as old, but it's still the roadmap. They have the release plans. I don't know if I could pull them up right now. I don't know if they list them anywhere. I think he lists them somewhere over here. There it is. So this release plan, let's go back. So these release plans, they were in October 2022, which is it's about what, 7 months now from there. But still, the items that are talked about here that they have not done yet they're still in the process of making. And I've gone over them a couple times. But if you want to go over this will be linked down below as well. Okay. But the dev response depends on what issues are identified and how they can be solved. You do have the release plans, which still have outstanding items on them. There's a bulk of what we were working on. That is the bulk of what we were working on. The development update videos are reviews of recent patches, so they don't provide what you are describing. Still, we are working on one to follow the next content updates. There it is. So with this being said, as you can see, since they're already in testing, now they're taking some people and working on the next content update, which is the video stuff they do on their YouTube, which shows off like the new recent changes, which is again very good news. That means that we've gone through the process of adding everything. Now we just got to test it, fix some of the minor problems with it, and ship it out, which is good. That means that we are getting very, very close to the next content update. Again, could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be the week after. You know what I mean? But I will keep you updated whenever I have more news on it. That pretty much does it right over here. What else do I want to show? SteamDB, obviously, they're testing a lot, like I said. Doesn't really show any like new patches over here on the left, as you can see. Hold on, let's go down here. You know what I mean? We only see the 1.7 all the way up to 1.1.4, which we're on right now. We do see some Steam beta tests, you know, for the next beta, so that's kind of good. Release tests, player tests, they're playing it right now. There's a lot of tests, which good sign. They're doing a lot of stuff, making sure the game runs properly before they put it out. And this was done yesterday, May 30th. Okay, and like always, this is from the past. This is on May 6th, which is almost, you know, a month away. I mean, a month back. And in this one, the community manager says, understandable, we can't share an ETA at this moment. Talk about the new big patch. You'll likely see a hotfix first that is being worked in on parallel with the next patch, of course. And that hotfix was this one that we received on the 18th, which is about, what, 12 days ago? 1.1.4, okay? So this looks like this might be our last minor hotfix before the big patch, is what it's looking like. Unless they think they should work on another one. But if they're already talking about, you know, the next major patch, the next content updates, and the fact that it's already onto testing, it seems to me like the next big patch will be the next patch. It won't be another hotfix. But we will see. But I have a very strong inclination that is going to be the case, okay? So, like always, you know, I appreciate all the support. Like I said before, that's your little updates for what's going on. And again, if you want to support me, I'd really appreciate it. Just check out the store. If you want anything, send me an offer. Say, hey, I'm coming from YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? If you want to get this for a little bit cheaper, it is what it is. Anything helps, and I appreciate all the help. I appreciate all the support. I love what I do, and I'm just trying to, you know, get through it like everyone else is. All right? Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one, all right?